Welcome to cuTheme Advanced Training Module 2. In this video, we will cover listing blocks. Listing blocks are handy for listing content all in one place. They can be used for descriptions, events, files, news, pages, or people. In this video, I will quickly go over the options for each type. First, to add a listing block, click the blue plus to open up the block selection menu. Scroll down to Stacked Lists, and I'm going to start with a news listing. Close the menu, and now you can see you have your news listing here. All options for the block will be on the right. For news listings, you can add a block header, some intro text, change the background between white and gray, and choose between 1 or 2 columns. For the news posts themselves, you can have them show images, dates, and excerpts from the news article. You can also choose the number of posts. So the default is 6. You can go between 1 and 12. And at the bottom, you can choose to have a More button. The default is none, but you can also have a button that will load more articles, so you'll stay on the same page and more articles will be loaded. Or you can view more, where it will redirect you to another page with all the links, and you can add that page in the View More link here. Lastly, for categories, you can filter between the different categories your site has to only have those specific news articles in the listing. So I'm going to delete this block and now go to another type of listing, the event listing. Event listings list the different events that your page promotes. Like the news listings, for event listings you can add a header, change the background, and choose a number of columns. You can choose the number of events and sort by either upcoming or past. There's also a More button in categories, just like for the news listing. After that, we have file listings. File listings list all the files on your site. File listings have a lot of the same options as before, with some new options. You can choose to show all the files, which will show every single file on your site. You can also choose a custom number of files and list them either from A to Z or Z to A. You can also list your files by modified date, from oldest to newest or newest to oldest. And just like the others, you can choose to have a More button and filter by category. Next up are page listings, which list all the pages on your site. It's similar to the others. You can add a header, change the background, choose column layout, and you can also toggle between dates and excerpts. There's also an option to show all pages like there was for files, and you can sort them either alphabetically or by date. Next up are people listings, which list all the people added to your site. And people listings offer the most customization of any listing block. Aside from all the features talked about before, you can toggle their images, job titles, emails, and phone numbers. Then the last type of listing block are description lists. These list all the descriptions on your site, and they are quite simple. You can add a header and change the background color, and you can also choose the layout type, either stacked, columns, or accordion. And that's a little walkthrough of all the different types of listing blocks for cuTheme.